Trying to get back to normal, that would mean Steph Curry just making tons of buckets, lots of points. Warriors hosting the Blazers, only their second home game. There's Steph, my handle's good, tough layup, got it to go. Okay, we'll look at it again. Flies by Robert Covington. At this point, Curry had 6 points, which ordinarily isn't something that puts you this high up in sports.
Do better.
All right, in front of Dame Lillard. Okay, we're at 9. So, Ken, we're doing math, as you like to say, because we're just adding up. So 9. And we get 2 more there. 3 guys around him, and he somehow gets them all up and makes the bucket. That's 11. Curry. Do I hear 14? Comes off the screen. Pure right there. Curry. So we're good from far out. Look at that. We're nice with the finish.
So we're going to show all 85 points he scored.
Well, he didn't have 85, but we may show all of them. We're going to show you. There's 21 in the first quarter. And then at half, he had 32. So he tacked on another 11. In the second 12 minutes, gets his guy up, hits that. 3 of 7 from 3, so he didn't just go crazy with the 3 ball. 10 of 18 shooting, 31 points at the half. Second half, keep playing him. He's your best guy. Halfway through, midway through the third, Curry gives it to Draymond Green. Okay, so we're not quite our best, but there's Curry with the air ball catch and puts it back up. Might have been a very clever pass.
Michael Cage rebound.
I doubt that, but that's what we'll call it. Curry, crossover 3, step back from a little farther out. Now we got range. That's 40. There's Curry. That's 45 as we close out the third quarter there with his team up by 16. So 13 in the third to make it 45. And then in the fourth, he was really good again. Warriors have trouble handling it. As long as it trickles over there, bounces. Curry just pick it up, make it 3. As always, in case of emergencies, Steph Curry can be used as a flotation device. Like the Bay look.
Mid-range.
There he just waited, got the guy on his back, didn't get the foul, so he goes in and makes it. One more time. First player to get 50 this season. Season's young, although I'm not sure there's a bunch of guys that are just going to keep going for 50. But why stop there? We got 2:24 to go. Warriors at 9, Steph at the lightest, 54, so that matches the career high he had against the Knicks. And there we go, more. We had 56, it's another 3, it's 59, and let's close it all out. A night of 18 of 31 shooting, 8 out of 16 from 3, and Steph Curry goes for 62. That's a man's man right there. Warriors 137-122, 62 in front of the home television watching crowd there for Steph by the Bay.
So to repeat, he did not score 85
Not 85.
Points. Tied for the...
Hello and welcome. Access Sportsnet Lakers, driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. Chris McGee, James Worthy, Derek Fisher. We got Mike Bresnahan over here. We got Allie working from home. We got Trudell working the green room. You'll hear from all the Lakers. They get the win. They're now 3-0 on the road trip, guys. Good balance on offense. 6 guys in double figures. But really, it's the ability to defend that we've seen these last couple games, James and Fish, to defend down the stretch and close out games. 9-0 run that final 2:30 against San Antonio. Tonight, final 4:30, 13-2 run.
Yeah, I think the ability to do that, you don't want to have to depend on turning it on like that. But this team can do that. It was a sluggish start. Memphis come out shooting the lights out. And then the second quarter, the Lakers defense started to, unfold. I think Montrezl Harrell's activity on the offensive boards and Schroeder, his defense, they started to click. And I think in the second half, they showed the dominance. LeBron James, AD, they have 2 closers. And with the collective defensive effort, they did the job they needed to do and to close out the game.
2 quick thoughts. One, I was thinking earlier, when you haven't played a team in a while, typically during the season, you might not play an Eastern Conference team for a whole calendar year, depending on how the calendar goes. With this past year, with COVID and the bubble and the restart, you haven't played against some of these teams in a while. Mm-hmm. And they're having to learn some of the different personnel, new coaches, different style of play. And once they get a handle on the way the team is attacking and playing, that's when the Lakers seem to kind of figure out how to take advantage of the matchup and go ahead and close the game out. The second thought is, when you're the big brother and you're not even really worried about what little brother gets like.
And little brother's coming after you every single night.
You know he can't beat you.
Yeah.
So sometimes you let him get a few punches in, you let him get some licks in, but you know at the end of the day, you big brother.
I was going to kind of ask you that because James was talking about, turning it on at the end. That can be dangerous against teams like this. But then again, it's on the road, so you're happy to get the win, right? Yeah,
no, I think that's where the depth throughout the course of the season is going to come into great value for this Lakers team. Alex Caruso out, KCP out. Having guys like Wes Matthews, THT, who's developing and blossoming, those guys being able to perform at such a high level. The addition of Dennis Schroeder in the backcourt, that gives LeBron a lot more ability to not have to do so much. But then tonight, you saw in that third quarter, he kind of starts to turn it on and take control of that game and really started to impose his will and the team's will against the Grizzlies.
James, you gave some love to Montrezl Harrell. He went for 16 and 9 off the bench. He's with Mike Trudell.
For the Lakers, and you really got things going, end up a plus 12, second only to LeBron. How important was that energy and just making sure that that flow got going the right way for you guys?
It was really just coming out, playing the right way, man. My team, looks at me for energy and, to pick things up when, guys are kind of, not in the, right groove or flow of offense or defense, man. So, I just come in trying to do anything I can and basically everything I can, man, to keep the ball alive on the offense end and, just limit them to one shot on defense end. And my teammates do a great job of feeding off them.
Hey, what's your early season reflection now of being a Laker, of melding with your new teammates and just how you see things playing out on the floor so far, Montrez?
It's still a long process, man. We take it one game at a time. I take it one game at a time, man. I try not to put too much on myself, try to overthink things, man. I'm on the floor with a lot of great players, as I've been, all my career, man. So it's just trying to make the game as simple as possible for those guys, and hopefully I'll reap the rewards off of it, man. I came in this game just working hard and just working my tail off, man. It's the same thing I'm doing now.
All right, and final thing for you. We know this season is so unique, so just like you saw the Spurs twice in a row, now you get the Grizzlies twice in a row. What's the key in a regular season matchup to see a team 2 times in a row? What do you guys have to do next time?
Honestly, the same thing we did tonight, man, but a little bit harder, man. These guys came out and jumped on us early in the beginning, man, and we had to fight to come back. But we really just got to come out and be ready to play as soon as the ball is thrown up, man. I think if we do that and, carry out our defensive principles, what we want to do and take them out of, I think we'll be good. But we really just got to come out and be ready to play as soon as the ball is thrown up. I think that was the only thing that was really missing to start off tonight.
All right, sounds good, man. Well, look, you get a chance to actually unpack your suitcase, so we'll let you go back to the room, man. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, new Laker Montrezl Harrell. Brez has joined us. Listen, the bench was great tonight. 40 points, really productive, impactful minutes from Harrell, from Wes Matthews, from THT. Markieff Morris played as well. Brez, I'll start with you. Montrezl Harrell really doing a lot on those offensive boards, getting those extra possessions that are huge for the Lakers.
Yeah, some people were worried, Laker fans, that, hey, you lose Rondo off the bench, you lose Dwight Howard off the bench, how are the reserves going to be? Well, I think they're better. I mean, like you said, Montrezl Harrell, just a nose for the basketball tonight, really strong in that rebounding department. The thing for him was the scoring. Hasn't been there the last couple games, only 4 points in his last game. Not the case tonight. I feel like he was really active from the start right away. And I think the Lakers are starting to look for him a little bit more. James, you and I have talked about this a little bit, that, hey, this guy's going to roll to the basket with reckless abandon after setting a pick. So he'll be there for these easy dunks and layups. And as you can see there, he's got tenacious second effort as well. Throw in Wesley Matthews, very good shooting. And keep in mind, Kuz, not always with the starters, obviously. He'll be down with the reserves, too, shaping up to be a pretty good unit.
Yeah, I mean, Montrez might not have the height that Dwight Howard or McGee, but he is like a little fire hydrant down there. When he gets position, he's not going to move. You're not going to move him off his defensive, spot. And he's just tough. He aggravates people. He pushes first. He acts first. He doesn't allow you to get to the position you want to get to. And I do think they ran one little play for him when they had LeBron on the post. Somebody cut through, set a pick, and he just curled in. He's really good at setting picks, rolling to the open space, or splashing into the open space. So he's a double-double guy every night if they look for him. And they don't even have to look for him, really. He gets them, just on his own. If he moves, especially when somebody like Gasol is in the game, he just moves and cuts, and he just happens to be in the right spots where you have to kind of see him and get it to him. It's always in the paint, too.
I mean, how valuable is a guy that you don't have to call a play for, but he can get you a double-double? And I want to ask you something, Fish. You're part of all those championship teams with the Lakers, and they were built around a couple of stars and great role players that had to give up something to be a part of something bigger. Montrezl Harrell, great interview right there with Trudell. I love what he said. It's a process, man. He goes, I'm out here with a lot of great players. So it's not about